Meanwhile, the National Orthopaedic Hospital Igbobi here in Lagos is drawing attention on the need for the care of the elderly not to be sidelined. And this was the focus of its 44th annual scientific conference. Senior correspondent Jacqueline Ogo has more.
Elders bring a deep sense of comfort, peace, love and tranquility in many homes. But due to the challenges associated with aging, they need special care and steady support. For this reason, the National Orthopaedic Hospital, Igbobi, Lagos, in its 44th annual scientific conference, decided to focus on the care of the elderly, with attention on how they can live well to avoid premature deaths.
Our clinics are filled up with a significant number of aged patients, people above 50, and the problems that come with age. That was why we said, okay, fine. I think we should take this up now. If you tell people who wants to die young, nobody will say I. It means that we all want to age. So let's prepare for aging. The government, the people have to prepare for how to manage people who are growing older.
There is a health condition known as osteoporosis, which reduces bone density to make them brittle and porous. Doctors say, although this bone condition can sometimes be abnormally found in young people, it is more common amongst the elderly, making it difficult for them to heal from a fracture easily.
So it's a very common condition in older people, especially in women. And the reason is women, we need estrogens to make good bones, but after the menopause, women don't produce estrogens anymore. So that's why that bone condition is more in women. But there are ways that we can try to prevent that condition, and we can start from when we have our kids and encourage them to do physical activity. So physical activity contributes to strong bones. Having calcium in our diet, so drinking things like milk, anything that contains calcium, encourage the kids to do that, and maybe to drink less of the fizzy drinks.
Geriatricians, who are doctors who treat the elderly, say they should not be abandoned for any reason, because they need family and social support for their well-being. The experts say they also need to be monitored to ensure they take their drugs regularly, and their care must be instituted into statutory health care agendas for easy access to medical interventions.
When you look at it, who are the people that really need the health care? They tend to be people over 60. That's when things happen. That's when the heart problems come. That's when the diabetes really kicks in. That's when people start falling, being unwell. And that's when people need money. So if you don't want to be relying on your children, who might not be able to do it because they've got other burdens at that time, you need to have your own money. So financial planning and financial stability is key. So we need to start teaching the younger ones. Once they get out of school, start working, they need to start planning for their future.
Dr. Asagidem Akman has this serious warning about hip fracture that every adult, including older women, who like young sexually active men, should take note of.
The reason we regard hip fractures as the most dangerous type of injury for an older person to have is because of all the research that has shown that a year after a hip fracture, 30% of those older people would have died. That's just the startling statistics. And then of those who are around, about half of them will not be able to go back to their previous level of functioning.
Dr. Toyin Akonde Ajala says, any young person who wants to live long must engage in regular body exercise.
People who exercise for 30 minutes, 3 times a week. And I'm not talking about exercise that you're running the marathon, just brisk walking. 30 minutes, 3 times a week, you are less likely to develop conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Also dementia. They're less likely to fall. they're less likely to need people in their old age around them to be supporting them to do things.
There is no doubting the fact that the elderly play a vital role in societal development. In the home front, when you leave them with your children, you are very sure they are safe. And when there is tension in the nation and they are invited to bring in their voices, peace finds a way in. So, medical experts say giving their health condition proper attention is a good way to ensure they don't lose their place in national development. Jacqueline Ogo, TVC News, Lagos.